We're going, we're going, going, we're 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 going. Yes. So I had a birthday when I started this channel. I was 21. I am now 23. I'd say we've grown a lot since then. My big brain give to you. This is 23 things I have learned at 23. Number one, we are not starting off easy. Grief is not just reserved for death. Since I moved to Arkansas, I've experienced grief twice, and both of those had to do with pain that other people were going through. And the reason I say this is grief has a process. If you recognize what you're going through is grief, it's going to help you go through the process a lot easier. Number two, you will always find more of yourself within your failures than your success. I thought for a while that if I learned from a mistake, I would never have to deal with it again. Let's say the mistake of missing a doctor's appointment. Virtual for context. The first time I slept in, the second time the doctor moved the appointment, and the third time I wasn't able to take a work break because we got busy. You can make the same mistake for different reasons. If you're learning from the reason, you're not learning from the mistake. You will stop making the mistake when you learn something about yourself that is causing it. Number three. Every single year, pick the number one thing that is holding you back. Then center every goal throughout that year around fixing it. If you're able to cross out one thing every year, you could have in 8 years the kind of development that takes people decades. Number four, comparison is the thief of joy. I'm going to say that again. Comparison is the thief of joy. People will compare themselves to anyone and anything. People will literally compare themselves to themselves 10 years prior. I'm not going to elaborate on it. It's holding you back. Look for inspiration, not comparison. That's going to move you forward. Number five, I'm already losing count. If there is one habit that I can guarantee will bring you growth, is scheduling. It does not even have to be a planner. Get a bullet journal. Look up whatever inspirations you are comfortable with, what makes you happy, what makes you excited. Because when you start scheduling things out, everything is going to come into line, I promise. Number six, don't regret your past phases. The only reason you regret them is because they taught you something. Number seven, imagine every version of yourself, young, your present, your future, past, all of them. Imagine every version of yourself in a room. What is something that they all need to hear? That is how you should talk to yourself. Number eight, doing nothing is a decision too. This doesn't just have to do with being productive. It also has to do with standing up for others, checking in on somebody, or knowing what you're supposed to do but choosing not to. I haven't heard the word integrity since I did taekwondo in elementary school. Doing nothing is a choice, and it does not matter if somebody is watching you or not. Number nine, what you do not repair, you will repeat. If you have a recurring flaw, a recurring issue, a recurring bad habit, you can't ignore it and it's gonna go away. We all know ourselves in a way where other people don't, but we also have a lot of mixed perceptions. We are all hurt by something. What you do not repair, you will repeat. Number 10, you can always start over, but your 20s is the cheapest age to fail. Number 11, exercise is not a punishment, but there's a lot of factors that can make it feel that way. It is not easy, and it's also not forever. Okay, number 12. This is something I was nervous even reading alone. I feel like somebody could disagree because they're in a different circle than I am. Financial irresponsibility has become extremely normalized, and everyone's gonna get there eventually because, of course, we all have to build a future. But you can start that future like right now. The best time to start is yesterday, but the second best time to start is now. Okay, number 13. I never really thought I could comprehend it this way. Obviously, we all know the second you stop making excuses and start taking accountability, your life is gonna change. You're gonna start going towards your, like, a lot of this, like, we all know excuses are bad, but what I didn't know was being taught to make excuses is the thing. And you can both have a support system that is helping you but also enabling you. If you have a friend group who never calls you out on your bullshit. If you have a therapist who you are always complaining to and never finding solutions, you have the power to change that. 14, if you are struggling with something and you feel bored, disassociated, or numb, it is very likely that you are investing in the wrong struggle. When you struggle because you're investing in what you want, in something you care about, or is your purpose, or is your passion. When you are struggling because you're investing in the right thing, you will very likely have different emotions than that. Okay, number 15. You can both love yourself and be kind to yourself and realize It's time for a new chapter. That new version of yourself is the old version of yourself, is the new vision, is you. You. That's you. If your future self deserves love, your old self deserves love. Alright, 16. So you know how if you're in a job, any entry level, retail, restaurant, the manager will always say that there is something to be done. When I tell you, if you were to manage your goals, the more you have to grow, the more there is to do. Rest is also important, but if you have a dream, I promise you there is always something to do. Number 17. If it takes 2 minutes, do it. Most of this could be applied to maintaining your environment. You have a dish, rinse it. But also backing out slowly when driving, texting to check up on a friend, scheduling a doctor's appointment, filling your water bottle. Whatever micro habit you can think of, if it can be done in 2 minutes, do it. That's also just going to help you take more initiative. Ooh, 18 is for all the people pleasers. Part of self-respect has to do with realizing when someone is being too hard on you. People will target you because of their own issues. If someone else is trying to make you feel guilty, if guilt is not helping you take accountability, let it go. When you learn how to do this, you're gonna feel less self-conscious and less of a people pleaser. Not everybody is going to like you. When you realize that has nothing to do with you, believe me, like the weight off your shoulders, everything will feel lighter. Because on another level, something worth comprehending, sometimes when people do this, it is intentional. Sometimes it is out of malice. But a lot of the times, everyone is dealing with their own shit. Realizing when your guilt is helping you take accountability and hurting you is a very important line. Oh my gosh, 19. Not everything needs closure. Sometimes moving on is your closure. Okay, 20 is clocking it. A therapist helps you find more within yourself. The therapist is not supposed to fix you. You should understand that 90% of the work is going to be yourself. Okay, 21. Don't lose who you are because you're agreeing with everybody else. I think especially when people are hard on themselves, they lose sight of the value within their individuality. Discover what you think without feeling like you have to blend in. I will never blend in. And it took me 23 years to learn that. I feel like my entire life I've heard people say, be yourself, just be yourself, just be yourself. It took me 23 years to realize who myself is. It's not always easy when you're trying to fit in. Don't fit in. Be yourself. Have your own thoughts. Your voice matters. Who you are matters. You will find your people eventually. Who like you for you. 22. I'm hyped for 22. Hyped. If you ask for strength, you will get struggle. If you want confidence, you will start with doubt. Whatever it is you desire, you are going to start with the opposite. This is not only going to teach you how to become it, how to achieve it, but it is also going to show you how to appreciate it once you have it. 23, we're almost done. Learn how to appreciate your own company. There is a big difference between being alone and being lonely. I feel like so many people in this world have too much self-hatred. If anybody is to love you, it should be yourself. Also, like, guys, do you realize you can love yourself in a non-narcissistic way? Like, if you love yourself, it doesn't make you full of yourself necessarily. If you love yourself, it doesn't make you a bad guy or on an ego trip or anything like that. It is okay to have grace. It is okay to have forgiveness, and it is okay to put in the work to enjoy who you're becoming. Anyways, that is 23 things that I have learned at 23. It is currently 9:30. I hope the stuff I said was actually helpful. And I feel like every time I say I'll see you next week, that is when I have a break in posting. So instead, bye guys.